Make sure that you're clear on what excellent performance looks like in your organisation first of all. Then translate that into job descriptions and personal specifications so that each employee knows what they're accountable for in terms of performance. When you're doing strategy planning, business planning, form focus groups and let your employees contribute and take their views, their opinions on board. When you come to translate those into final documents and into a communication process, make sure they're communicated and cascaded down to the employees and they can see where their involvement actually had an impact on the final product. At all stages of employment, so through induction, into probation, into supervision and ongoing appraisal, make sure that you are setting expectations and feeding back to the employee so that they know when they're doing well. So a typical cycle might look like setting objectives for them and then agreeing those and documenting them and then monitoring how they're doing against those objectives and then reviewing them and recording them at the next meeting that you have with them and then setting more objectives. And that iteration, that cycle can happen at any stage of the employee life cycle, right at the very beginning, typically during probation, and then annually after that during the appraisal process. When performance is achieved, it's really important that people know about it. It's important to recognise success, it's important to celebrate success, and it's important to affirm success and good performance. And all those things, those three things, recognition, celebration and affirmation, are slightly different. Make sure that the team or the individuals that have succeeded, that have delivered performance for you, are aware of specifically what they have done well, and there can't be any room for misunderstanding in those situations. They know what they've done that actually has delivered performance for you. It's important that all organisations deal with underperformance and that it isn't just left. It won't improve by itself. So where you've got an individual that isn't performing, it's important to sit down with them and explain the underperformance and your evidence for the underperformance, your observations that you have as to why the individual is underperforming. Don't just focus on the areas of underperformance, name the areas that are going well as well, but with the areas that aren't going well, explain what the required standard is. Document this between you and the employee and set a realistic timescale for improvement. It's important also to talk to them about the development and support they might need to make the improvement, and then afterwards monitor that the improvement happens, and then talk to them again and decide between you whether or not that improvement is sufficient and sustained, and if it is, no problem. If not, then take advice on how to manage the capability of that employee to perform their role. So in summary, follow the principles of involvement, of setting objectives and feeding back to employees, of recognising when performance has been achieved, dealing with underperformance. Follow those four principles and you will have a team and individuals who can deliver the performance that your organisation is looking for.